Bang, bang, you see the corner come down. He hesitated a little bit and a couple of drives, one where they got the field goal to go up 10-7. Just made a couple nice throws across guys involved. They have done that, 10 catches between the two of them here in the first half.
Because of what they've done, but Andy Dalton has had multiple opportunities. Outside of the scoring drive, we're yelling at the TV curtain, we're watching the game, let the football go, make better decisions. If his defense is giving them enough to do what they need to do.
Had the 2 sacks, had the time. They need to score way more than 7 points there in the first half. With Chris Rose, you can get full, comprehensive highlights of every game right here on today's highlight games ahead and talk a little bit more about what's to come in the second half.
Is that the new iPhone?
And if you want to see more of his halftime performance, you can just head on over to NFL Now. And Kurt are racing to their phones right now to watch the rest of that performance too for Packers and Giants. But we have some other great games coming up today to practice. But Brady is expected to get all of his offensive weapons back. So
the receivers are all coming back, so we should see more production on the defensive outside of the yards. Points, only 9 points a game. Takeaways, number 1 now. It's a little inconsistent offensively because of the injuries, as we mentioned, but and they'll get that on track. But that defense is fire.
Coming for 2 amazing quarterbacks, MVP candidates here. Which quarterback you got, Kurt?
Rebound, but I mean, come on. I just want to watch the game. You know, when you're a fan of the quarterbacks, you're not going wrong with either one of them. But I'm leaning towards the Bills bouncing back.
What I like about Lamar Jackson is he's leading the league in passing touchdowns. He's tied, and 79-yard run. We know he can do that at any point in time, but he's connecting with his receivers. That's what's dangerous about that offense.
He is on a tear. It's just on the defense they need to. It'll be a great game today, and we have so much coming your way here on NFL Network. There's on the way between the Vikings and the Saints, and then we've got you covered with game day final. And there's more. Next week, we can't get enough. Time ever the Packers play in London, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL. It's coming your way. Alexander Madison there with the touchdown to get the scoring started. Thanks for watching the Lexus Halftime Show.
First it was just like these distant roars in the dark, but then...
Oh, they set it up for Madison. Breaks 2 tackles to the sideline, intercepted. Tyrann Mathieu's first pick is a save with the touchdown. Yards. Saints with just 82 yards, but only down 6 points as we start this. New Orleans right in this ball game as we start the second half.
Absolutely, just a 1-score ball game. You got to flush that thing down the toilet like your goldfish in 4th grade, man. That thing's dead and gone. Give me need to see more Taysom Hill, but they got to get it going.
Moments ago, Jamie Erdahl caught up with.
As that half rolled on.
Well, I think we just had some, they made a couple good plays, run up there, so we'll keep obviously attempting to do that. It'll be important to try to win the line of scrimmage, defense line off the ball, and we feel great about where we're at.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Tay Hardy, the deep man for New Orleans. So, Hardy trying to find room on the sideline, and he's stacked up at the 20-yard line.
Out of the locker room, Kevin, and he wanted to talk rhythm and how we can get it. I said to him, and he said, I'm more focused on the fundamentals. I want to talk about run, block, catch.
First half, it was 6 runs and 3 passes on first down plays. They'll go to the air on first. Flag down on the near sideline at the 30. Olave out to the referee.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact, defense number 22.
Another play of 20-plus yards, the 16th of the year for the Saints.
Aggressive play call. Chris Olave finished that throw. That's why it came out a little lame duckish and wobbly.
To a 5-yard loss on the play.
Look at Wanham set this edge. Left side, they tried the counter. And they got to get that block by the time. They were just confused on the play. It looked like they didn't know exactly which way they wanted it to go. Ended up bouncing it.
Dalton with some time and almost intercept. Break for the Saints as Andy Dalton averts a disaster here early in London.
I mean, Dantzler almost runs the route for him. Look how he shows up at the top of the route. Bad read. Right now they're chucking this ball downfield quite a bit.
Just that 3-man rush. Dalton with time. Check who brings him down well short of the first down. And the Saints are going to have to.
Understanding that he couldn't have another crucial misbattle and back these Vikings up, make their offense operate from the shot.
Billikens punt, forcing Rager to the sideline. Excellent coverage. Strong for the Saints. Now they need their defense. Vikings with the ball, up 6. You up during your time with the Jets, and then he was your quarterbacks coach during your time in Washington in 2018.
I'm wondering why. I think even back then, I was wondering why he didn't call a time. Roll over minutes on your green cell phone chat, Kev. You can't roll them over into the second half and have more. You've been real with Kev. Get ready for that podcast.
9. We check in with Laura Oakman on this Saints defense, and specifically Cam Jordan, Laura.
Defense, not in spite of it. He told me that shift's been happening the last 3-4 years.
Go.
But right now, denying, said Cam, we said that all the time, but now we believe it. Now starting with this.
Love to see something get going here. Kirk Cousins, frantic. The play clock down to 2. They got that pressure with 4 again. Cam Jordan providing the...
For heating up the quarterback, especially on 3rd down, but they're only going to rush 4. They should in long situations, 3rd and 9. Those defensive ends are just going to pin their ears back, and it's exactly what they did, flustering Kirk Cousins.
First 3 and out. The ball pops out. The ball loose down at the 44. He was trying to get out.
Crowd here really ignited the Vikings fans. Let's see if he's down.
Pounce on it as it bounced around.
What a punch. He's fired up. Your squad. I mean, that's just textbook punch out.
This one is an absolute dagger. You get the stop, you pitch, and the ball comes out, and now the Vikings with an opportunity at the 44 of New Orleans. Cousins steps up, throws. Jefferson open, defender fell down. Jefferson's near the 3.
You saw that in week 1. An motion from right to left and then have to run all the way from left to right. But watch these defenders there, and there goes the supercar in Justin Jefferson. I mean,
this play of the day, and it's 1st and goal.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
How does this change as a quarter?
Down either way. You got 3 downs to try and score it. But, I mean, that was a quick frustration from Kirk Cousins. I thought he might have got that one off.
It's Dalvin Cook. Werner, first contact, dropped him after a 1-yard, and turned the turnover into just 3 and not 7.
Linebacker DB, he's more of a sideline to sideline type player, a coverage guy, but he's really one up top.
2nd and goal. Cousins. Adjustment just a little too much for the star receiver to make the catch.
Boom. On the outside, Justin Jefferson on the post move. And you see Davenport's all up in his grill. And he can't finish the throw, so he leaves it behind on 1, down in tight. Missed up.
3rd and goal. Cousins looking. The 4th trip to the red zone for the Vikings today, and the 3rd that looks like it's going to end in a...
Out in the flat. But Justin Jefferson was right behind him.
So a 24-yard...
Doing themselves any favors, and they 2 huge stops to hold.
Over Justin Jefferson showing a little love in London.
Wonder how. Left side of your screen, he's going to be the cheese. There goes Justin Jefferson to the back corner, but everything. Justin was irritated. He thought Kirk Cousins was going to look very similar to that interception earlier, Kev. Maybe a hair gun shot.
Play chased out at the 22-yard line. NFL Plus is here, or go to plus.nfl.com to sign up for a free trial. It's keeping this New Orleans team in this game, and that delay of game at the start. 1st down, the Saints go to the ground, and we go to Laura Oakman.
We've been talking all game, went straight into the locker room. I'll update you as soon as we have his status.
No, and Laura, that leaves Dwayne Kamara inactive, as we talked about at the top of the broadcast with the rib injury.
There's Murray.
Marquez Callaway. And for Callaway, who's been targeted a couple of times, the first time.
Been talking with the Saints this week. They talked about those 3, 16, 18 points. Well, 2 of them they've given up 14 points on turnovers that went to the difference in this team being 1 and 2 and 3 and 0.
Tavius Murray got a little, and Jordan Hicks combined on the stop. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It is so fun to come to London and see Murray again, leaning forward to the 41-yard.
Now, Kirk Cousins has just come and planted himself next to these guys. I think he just wanted the wholesale frustration level and is banged up a little bit. He's got a wrap on his right calf right now that they're working on.
We'll go to the air. Over the middle, into traffic, and the pass batted down by. But now let's look ahead, Mark Sanchez, to this 3rd and 4. It's a pretty big play, New Orleans.
On the field, number 5. He's an obvious target, and don't forget about Chris Olave. He's bailed him. But those two got to be 1 and 2 in your progression, in my opinion.
On 3rd and 4. Play ball spike to send it to the turf.
Peterson just sloughs off enough, and then the recovery speed.
Stays on the field. Saints are 0 for 1 on 4th down this year.
Went for it about 5 or 6 times.
Cameron Dantzler is slowed to talk things over on the sideline. This is a giant play in this game. Made a couple of really good plays to thwart their opportunity to get another 1st down.
I'm just a little on 4th down. You might want to run on that 3rd down just to set up a 3rd and short, or, I mean.
Opponents are 4 for 8 on 4th down this year. This is just the 2nd time all Dalton in New Orleans trying to keep this drive alive.
Look at who came in for Dantzler.
Marquez Callaway gets the 1st down to the 36. He needed 4. And
wow. And Andy Dalton had to go through his entire progression. They had to move on and progress and find Callaway streaking across the field.
On 1st down, and Hill will go nowhere. Dalvin Tomlinson upped him for a loss of 1.
Can't say enough about this. All free agent acquisitions. These guys had to form a bond quickly.
And we've got flags flying. 2nd and 11 becomes full time. Calvin Throckmorton's been called for the wrong thing in this game. An offense that in the first 3 quarters this year has only scored frantically in the 4th quarter for most of the year. They may have to do it again. A great throw by Andy Dalton. Callaway pulled.
And what a read by Andy Dalton. He knew he had one-on-one on this backside. Flew to the middle of the field to help with the 3-by-1 side to the 3-receiver side over the ball.
Johnson at the 5. Harrison Smith makes sure he doesn't get much more than that. Stopped him at the 4.
Hit the quick stutter move. Just slightly underthrown. That thing a little bit went out. Number 3 is down. They had Boyd in there.
Keep Andy Dalton on the run. Yanked down at the 2. Daniil Hunter.
And every once in a while, you need to keep one of these just to keep everybody honest. Watch, the back's going to go like that. Not quite enough for the Red Rifle. Downhill.
In the last 6 years.
Run it downhill.
Here he is. Murray looking. 30 brings the Saints within 3.
Man for man, and just run it downhill. One of those red phone booths get into a street fight. Hand it to the big fella, let him punch it in.
I indeed do not know what it means to get in lead. How about Latavius Murray up from the practice squad, down in the end zone. Everybody loves Sweet Carol with the sweatshirt today.
Love it.
Wanwu slipping a tackle. And the Vikings are going to have outstanding field position after the
They're having a little fun in that box over there. I might be right back.
Kicking team number 50. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run.
Florida. Visit NFL.com/auction to bid on authentic and game-worn items to support. Text the word Ian to 90999 to make a $10 donation and help those in need. Gain on the play.
They got hit with that counter play earlier. They're trying to circle that. The Saints said absolutely not. It's your big bookend.
Not much out there. Really good work by Marshawn Lattimore and a little
with Justin Jefferson was to try and get him involved in these bunches and stacks. Couldn't do it, but you see the kind of space he has out here.
On 3rd down, short of a Vikings 1st down.
Decision time. Oh,
and it's going to be the punt team coming on from Minnesota.
Yeah, I think that's the right move. Listen, you can't make up for anything at a time and be smart. Not let the emotions get the best of you. I think this is a wise decision.
Down! Ryan Wright finding Jalen Naylor and the conversion.
Wow. What a gutsy call. What a throw by the punter.
Hey, Ryan Wright, California High School, same.
Special teams, Ben Kotwika. He was with us with the Jets with Kevin O'Connell.
And Cook to the outside with room to roam, and Cook gets a first down.
At the halftime, we walked a little bit and talked about Justin Jefferson and if he was seeing a lot of double coverage. There you go. There's the trick, number one. I wonder if they have any more.
Well, now we know. Cousins under pressure, backpedaling, and he threw this one away. Oh, he looked up and near where that ball ended up. Is this going to be intentional grounding?
It might be. They're talking about it right now.
Intentional grounding. Off brings up second down.
Well, watch this. Watch Cam Jordan.
Yeah, nobody there, and you got to look to see, is he under pressure? That's the one thing. Certain grounding.
He thought he ditched it in a safe spot, too far away from a. What the heck's going on back there? And then he sees Kirk Cousins with the ball.
4 penalties today.
Start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty.
Right after getting that huge conversion, back-to-back penalties. Right, you go for it.
Oh, you see Kirk Cousins, he's been knocked down 9 times today, and that's been mainly with 4.
5.
4 rushing again. Cousins throws. Thielen with the catch. Immediate.
They might try and hurry up, get on the line of scrimmage, it looks like, and try and draw him off sides, try and steal some. Doubled over for a second. Ooh, he's hurting in the slot. Yeah. He's just bluffing.
End of 3. Good ball game. The international series off to a